I think she did very well. I was very glad that she did have what opportunity she had to say what she did.
Marlon Brando's performance in The Godfather was legendary. Despite his difficult interactions with co-stars, he was dissatisfied with Robert Duvall's involvement, threatened to leave if Burt Reynolds was cast, and downplayed Al Pacino's performance. Brando's erratic behavior irritated many, and he held deep-seated grudges, even targeting JJKH, with whom he had once laughed on set. The conflicts and competing identities that shaped this cinematic masterpiece hold the key to understanding this shift in the acting paradigm. Brando's 1947 Broadway debut in A Streetcar Named Desire was more than just acting. His portrayal of Stanley Kowalski was intense, authentic, and left a lasting impact, catapulting him to overnight stardom. Marlon Brando's acting career took off in the 1950s. He received his first Oscar nomination in 1951 for a film adaptation of a play, where he portrayed the role with exceptional intensity, evoking a range of emotions in the audience. This performance set a new standard for acting. His role in the 1954 film On the Waterfront further solidified his fame, even though he had been introduced to the character in the play A Streetcar Named Desire. His portrayal of the former boxer Terry Malloy, caught in a moral dilemma, included the now iconic line, "I could have been a contender," which was a moment of unplanned brilliance. Brando's acting was widely considered the finest of his time, and his performance in On the Waterfront earned him his first Academy Award. However, Brando's genius was accompanied by his unconventional approach, as he fully immersed himself in his roles, causing disruptions during the filming process. The individual relied heavily on their wheelchair, often spending extended periods confined to it. Even when not actively filming, production staff had to move them around, suggesting a dependence on the wheelchair. Brando's demanding behavior during the filming of Julius Caesar in 1953 was already known, as he would openly mock his co-stars and criticize their accents. His heavy reliance on cue cards greatly frustrated the directors. This pattern continued in his later work, such as Mutiny on the Bounty in 1962, where he insisted on numerous takes, constantly reworked the screenplay, and significantly exceeded the film's budget, leading to a 10-month shooting schedule instead of the planned 14 weeks. His co-star Trevor Howard openly criticized Brando's disruptive conduct. The studio officials were understandably outraged by the film's $6 million budget overrun, and Brando's once revered status as a Hollywood A-lister quickly shifted to one of scorn. By the mid-1960s, Brando's films had become box office failures, and his performances in critically panned projects further tarnished his reputation. The Godfather's success was a remarkable comeback for Marlon Brando. His acting career had declined by 1972, and he was in desperate need of a career revival. The decision to cast him as Vito Corleone was a hard-fought battle for director Francis Ford Coppola, as Paramount executives were strongly against the idea. Despite prominent officials claiming Brando would never appear in the film, Coppola persisted and even convinced the seasoned actor to do a screen test, which was unusual for someone of his stature. Ultimately, Brando's powerful performance as the iconic Vito Corleone in The Godfather proved to be a career-defining moment and a resounding success. After Brando agreed, everything changed. At 47 years old, he astonished everyone by completely transforming himself for the screen test. He used shoe polish to tame his blonde hair, stuffed Kleenex into his cheeks to imitate the character's jowls, and adopted a harsh, feeble voice that reflected his character's past struggles. Instantly, he embodied the elderly mafia patriarch. Even Paramount had to concede to the overwhelming power of Brando's performance. The role was offered to him, but with humiliating terms, including a significantly lower compensation than usual, $50,000, a $1 million bond to guarantee good behavior, and a promise to tolerate no foolishness on set. However, Brando's casting was not the only drama. Michael Corleone was another challenge for Coppola. Although the studio desired a famous actor, Coppola believed the young and relatively unknown Al Pacino would be the perfect fit. Robert Redford, Jack Nicholson, and Warren Beatty were all considered, but none matched Coppola's vision. Paramount initially laughed at Pacino's casting. Because Pacino was considered too short and thin, he had to go through a series of increasingly difficult auditions to satisfy the studio Paramount. They even considered casting Carmine Coppola as Sonny and James Caan as Michael at one point. Coppola was unwilling to budge from her stance on Pacino, even if it meant risking her job. Despite the danger, she fought vigorously for Pacino, and a deal was eventually reached where Pacino would play Michael while Caan would play Sonny. Although Coppola may not have wanted this arrangement, it served its purpose. It was clear that the production of The Godfather would not be without its challenges. When filming began on March 29, 1971, the first day was a complete disaster, with construction debris throughout the Staten Island Corleone facility indicating it was not yet ready. It cost the company $40,000 to wait until the mess was cleared before rolling the cameras. Despite the bleak situation and mounting strain, this was only the beginning, as Marlon Brando's reputation was the next challenge to address. Brando had an unconventional approach to acting. He insisted on using cue cards for his lines, believing that memorizing them made performances seem forced. His goal was to have the speech flow more naturally, as in real life when people search for the right words. This technique perplexed and irritated some, but Brando insisted on it. During filming, he demonstrated his brilliance by spontaneously incorporating a wandering cat into a scene, transforming the unexpected into art. Brando also exhibited peculiar behavior when not on camera during the quiet moments between takes. Marlon Brando had a captivating and unconventional approach to acting on set. He would pace and silently recite his lines, focusing on the rhythm of the dialogue. Brando's charismatic yet peculiar behavior was mesmerizing to those around him. He was already known for rejecting traditional rehearsal methods, opting to arrive on set unprepared, which frequently irritated his co-stars and crew. During the filming of The Godfather, there was a tense moment when the director, Francis Ford Coppola, threatened to read Brando's lines aloud due to his reluctance, but Brando simply grinned, unfazed. Despite the drama, Brando's unpredictable temperament and unusual tactics also entertained and amused his co-star, James Caan, who portrayed Sonny Corleone. Caan described himself as Brando's clown, and they would often laugh together amid the chaos on set. Others had different opinions about Marlon Brando's acting approach. Actor Al Pacino, known for his intense method acting, often clashed with Brando's more relaxed style. The famous restaurant assassination scene in the film was a clear example of this confrontation. Pacino became increasingly frustrated with Brando's carefree demeanor during the takes, as Pacino became deeply immersed in portraying Michael Corleone's mental turmoil. The generational divide and their vastly different acting techniques exacerbated the tension between the two actors. There was a palpable yet subtle standoff on set. Another issue was the film's ambiguous position regarding Brando's role. Even though he played the pivotal character of Vito Corleone, Brando only appeared on screen for around 40 minutes out of the film's over 3-hour runtime. Brando was bothered by the director's choice to focus more on Michael's storyline rather than Vito's. He was unhappy and made it clear that he felt overshadowed by Pacino's rising stardom. However, the director remained steadfast, knowing that Michael's transformation was the true focus of the story. Marlon Brando strongly disliked Burt Reynolds and was furious when he learned Reynolds was considered for a role in The Godfather. Brando's long-standing resentment of Reynolds led him to take drastic action, even threatening to quit the film if Reynolds joined the cast. Despite the challenges and tensions Coppola faced during the production, including conflicts with the actors and the demanding shoot, the true test would come when the film was finally released, which would either confirm or refute Coppola's vision, the doubts and criticisms of those who had opposed him. The Godfather was an immense success when it premiered in theaters on March 15, 1972. In its first 5 days, the film set a remarkable record, earning $1 million in daily gross. By the end of its theatrical run, it had grossed between $250 million to $291 million worldwide, which is equivalent to over $1.5 billion today. Audiences were captivated, with long lines forming outside theaters, and even a popular movie snack, cannoli, briefly ran out of stock across the country. Critics noted that the film was more than just a mob story. It was an epic tale about power, family, and betrayal. The Godfather's success continued, as it earned 11 nominations and went on to win 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay, and Marlon Brando's legendary performance as Vito Corleone earned him the Best Actor award. Marlon Brando, the iconic Hollywood actor known for his powerful performances and method acting approach, made a bold statement at the 1973 Academy Awards ceremony when he decided not to accept his Oscar award in person. Instead, he sent a young Native American activist named Sachin Littlefeather to represent him on stage. As Littlefeather gracefully approached the microphone wearing traditional Apache clothing, the audience members were immediately captivated by her presence. She explained that Brando's decision to decline the award was not a rejection of the film or the Academy, but rather a protest against the mistreatment and stereotypical portrayal of Native Americans in Hollywood productions over the years. Little Feather's speech touched on the ongoing Wounded Knee occupation, a confrontation between the American Indian Movement, AIM, and the U.S. government that had been making headlines at the time. She eloquently conveyed Brando's message, highlighting the systemic issues and injustices faced by indigenous communities and calling for greater representation and respect in the entertainment industry. The audience's reaction was a mix of applause, murmurs, and even some reported hostility. The legendary actor John Wayne, known for his iconic Western roles, was said to have tried to approach the stage, leading to a confrontation with security personnel. This incident underscored the deep divisions and tensions that existed in the country regarding civil rights and the recognition of marginalized communities. Brando's decision to use the prestigious Oscar platform to raise awareness about Native American issues was both a bold and controversial move. In the aftermath, he made Brando's full 8-page speech public, which Little Feather was unable to deliver in its entirety due to the time constraints of the live broadcast. The speech delved deeper into the historical and ongoing struggles faced by Native Americans and the importance of acknowledging and addressing these issues. The ripple effect of Brando's actions continued long after the ceremony. It sparked a broader conversation about representation, diversity, and the responsibility of the entertainment industry to accurately and respectfully portray marginalized communities. This moment became a significant turning point in the fight for civil rights and the empowerment of Native American voices within the cultural landscape. The entertainment industry was criticized for perpetuating systemic racism, including how it portrayed Native Americans. As a result, Little Feather faced severe consequences, including being blacklisted from Hollywood despite having a promising acting career. The Academy did not publicly apologize for the abuse she suffered until 2022, decades later, acknowledging the bravery it took for her to confront the criticism on stage. Marlon Brando's on-screen chemistry with his co-stars in The Godfather was as complex as their real-life personas, and he became emotionally distant after the film's unprecedented success, leading to speculation about his relationship status and absence from reunions, even with co-stars like Al Pacino. Marlon Brando's unpreparedness and rapid weight gain during the production of Apocalypse Now shocked the media and caused significant disruptions on the set. Director Francis Ford Coppola, who had previously praised Brando for his brilliant and transformative performance as Vito Corleone in The Godfather, was surprised and dismayed to see that Brando had not read the screenplay or done any research to prepare for his role as the enigmatic Colonel Kurtz. Coppola had envisioned Brando bringing the same level of focus and dedication to this new project, but instead the legendary actor showed up on set largely unprepared and unwilling to do the necessary work. The situation on set became even worse as Brando's behavior became increasingly erratic and disruptive. Coppola, already under immense pressure to complete the famously troubled production, allegedly had a mental breakdown as he struggled to rein in Brando's unpredictable performance. Even Brando's close friend and co-star from The Godfather, Robert Duvall, who played the memorable role of Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore, became increasingly irritated by Brando's disruptive and pointless actions that were wreaking havoc on the filming schedule. The deterioration of Brando's relationship with Duvall was especially troubling, as the two actors had developed a close rapport during the making of The Godfather. However, the tensions and frustrations on the Apocalypse Now set took a toll, and their friendly relationship started to sour. Brando's infrequent interviews related to the film often had an edge to them, and he even went so far as to belittle the acting abilities of his Godfather co-star Al Pacino in a 1979 interview. Although Pacino respected Brando and acknowledged his towering influence on the art of acting, he was nonetheless hurt by the criticism. Despite the animosity and personal attacks, Pacino maintained a high-minded attitude, choosing to focus on Brando's greatness and not let his harsh words define him. However, there were occasional moments when Brando was not as harsh or dismissive, and he would even offer rare words of praise and encouragement to his younger colleagues. The tensions and challenges of the Apocalypse Now production ultimately took a significant toll on Brando, who struggled with his own personal demons and the pressures of maintaining his legendary status in the industry. The experience served as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of unchecked artistic ego and the importance of preparation and professionalism, even for the most renowned and celebrated actors. In a 1994 interview, the lead lead actor passionately praised James Caan's captivating portrayal of the character Sonny Corleone, asserting that Caan had perfectly encapsulated the role's requisite energy and fury. Decades later, in her tell-all book, acclaimed actress Diane Keaton revealed a previously unshared glimpse into the provocative on-set dynamics, recounting how the legendary Marlon Brando had made bold, nude love overtures towards her during the filming of the iconic crime drama, The Godfather. Keaton recalled being both enthralled and intimidated by Brando's magnetic charm and mysterious, flirtatious behavior, never quite certain whether his advances were sincere or merely playful in nature, imbuing the set with an added layer of intrigue and tension. Beyond reviving the waning career of the legendary Brando, The Godfather's profound impact on the cinematic landscape cannot be overstated. The film revolutionized the gangster genre, eschewing the typical glitz and glamour of gunfights in favor of a far more nuanced exploration of moral complexity and familial relationships. The mobster characters themselves underwent a profound transformation, evolving from one-dimensional villains into captivating anti-heroes and tragic figures, challenging the audience's preconceptions and moral boundaries. The Godfather's influence extended far beyond the silver screen, permeating deep into the realms of popular culture. Its themes and plot devices were dissected and analyzed in countless podcasts, while its iconic imagery and narrative elements were co-opted and reinterpreted in a wide array of mediums, from video games to the lyrics of renowned rap artists such as Snoop Dogg. The film had truly ascended to the status of a cultural touchstone, inspiring countless creative works and shaping the very fabric of our collective consciousness. Even decades after its initial release, the enduring legacy of The Godfather remains undimmed. Its profound impact on the art of filmmaking and its enduring resonance within popular culture serving as a testament to its timeless brilliance. The film's ability to captivate and enthrall audiences while also challenging their preconceptions and moral boundaries has firmly cemented its place as a cinematic masterpiece that will continue to be studied, celebrated, and reimagined for generations to come. The Godfather film had a profound and lasting impact on the cinematic representation of Italian Americans in Hollywood. Prior to its release, Italian American characters were often depicted through stereotypical caricatures that failed to capture their complexity and humanity. However, The Godfather changed the narrative, presenting Italian Americans as multifaceted individuals with rich emotional lives and intricate familial and societal roles. The film's meticulous attention to detail and its masterful storytelling have been widely acclaimed by critics and scholars alike. From the iconic opening scene with the wedding and the powerful performance of Marlon Brando as the Godfather, to the intricate web of loyalty, betrayal, and shifting power dynamics within the Corleone family, every aspect of the film is meticulously crafted to create a deeply immersive and captivating experience. Furthermore, The Godfather's influence can be seen in countless other films, television shows, and works of art that have sought to emulate its distinctive style, complex character development, and exploration of themes such as family, loyalty, and the corrupting nature of power. Directors, screenwriters, and actors have all acknowledged the profound impact that The Godfather has had on their own creative endeavors, and the film's enduring legacy continues to inspire and influence the art of storytelling in the modern era. The Godfather's enduring popularity and acclaim can also be attributed to its timeless themes and its ability to resonate with audiences across generations and cultural boundaries. The film's examination of the complexities of family, the struggle for power, and the moral ambiguity of the characters have struck a chord with viewers worldwide, making it a truly universal and enduring work of art that transcends its historical and cultural context. The film's influence was so profound that it fundamentally Italianized American popular culture, with countless subsequent works in the crime genre drawing inspiration from the world and themes established by The Godfather. Directors like David Chase, the creator of the acclaimed television series The Sopranos, openly acknowledged the seminal film's impact on their own creative visions. Chase's series delved deep into the psychological and moral quandaries faced by Italian-American mafia leaders, exploring the tension between their roles as both family men and ruthless criminal overlords. Beyond the crime genre, The Godfather's impact can be seen in its distinct visual style, particularly the Rembrandt lighting cinematography that has become instantly recognizable. The film's iconic baptism scene, which juxtaposes the purity of a child's christening ceremony with the violent acts of the mafia, has been the subject of countless tributes, parodies, and homages in subsequent films and television shows. This powerful sequence has become a touchstone of cinematic excellence, demonstrating the film's ability to blend the sacred sacred and the profane in a captivating and thought-provoking manner. The Godfather's legacy extends far beyond its immediate genre and has become woven into the fabric of American popular culture. Its nuanced portrayal of Italian Americans, its influence on subsequent crime narratives, and its distinctive visual style have all contributed to the film's enduring impact and its status as a true cinematic masterpiece. The Godfather's profound and lasting influence continues to be felt in the entertainment industry, shaping the way audiences perceive and engage with stories of crime, family, and identity. The Godfather has stood the test of time, cementing its place as a cinematic masterpiece. With its universal themes of loyalty, family, ambition, and the corrupting influence of the American dream, the film continues to resonate with audiences today. Producers meticulously examine each scene, dissecting the intricate details that contribute to its captivating storytelling. Viewers frequently quote the movie's memorable lines, recognizing the power of its dialogue to capture the complexities of the human experience. The Godfather is more than just a film, it is an enduring legacy that has left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. However, this is not the whole story. Apocalypse Now, Francis Ford Coppola's groundbreaking exploration of the Vietnam War, was an incredibly tumultuous production that nearly destroyed everyone involved. The making of this cinematic masterpiece was fraught with endless challenges and setbacks that tested the limits of the cast and crew's resilience and determination. Marlon Brando, fresh off the success of his iconic performance in The Godfather, took on the project, but the chaos that unfolded on the set was much harder to control than anyone could have anticipated. Brando's involvement in the film was highly anticipated, yet the actor's unpredictable and mercurial behavior quickly became a source of constant frustration for Coppola and the production team. Brando's insistence on improvising and his refusal to learn his lines created immense logistical hurdles, requiring the director to constantly adapt and reshape the narrative. The events that transpired during the making of Apocalypse Now would ultimately reshape Brando's career, as he grappled with the challenges of bringing his character, the enigmatic Colonel Kurtz, to life. Brando's intense method-acting approach and his desire to explore the darkest depths of the human psyche pushed the boundaries of the production, often derailing the shooting schedule and causing significant financial strain. The film's production was beset by a seemingly endless array of delays, budget overruns, and creative differences, testing the resilience and determination of Coppola and his crew to the absolute limit. Natural disasters, political unrest in the Philippines, and equipment malfunctions were just a few of the daunting obstacles that the team had to overcome in their quest to bring Coppola's vision to life. Despite the immense challenges, Apocalypse Now emerged as a cinematic masterpiece, a haunting reflection on the horrors of war and the depths of the human psyche. The final product, a culmination of Coppola's unwavering artistic vision and the cast and crew's relentless perseverance, stands as a testament to the power of cinema to capture the complexities of the human condition. The making of Apocalypse Now became as much a part of the film's legacy as the final product itself, a compelling narrative of artistic struggle and the pursuit of creative greatness.